So it is 6 in the morning right now, and I'm about to fly my entire 46-person team to Park City to ski for the week, which is absolutely wild because just a few years ago, it was literally just me coding alone in my dorm room. And now we're this organization that gets to do crazy cool things like this. Like, it's absolutely wild. But if you think about it, here's the challenge where this trip can't just be just for fun, right? It's got to be worth the business's time and all of the money that we're spending on it. And so through this week, you're gonna see how I try to get everyone on the same page where everyone knows our exact strategy going forward and their exact role to play within that strategy, while also threading the needle of making sure that we have an awesome time and have fun. So I'm gonna head to the airport now with Austin, and you guys are gonna see my entire week and see me do my very best to try to be the leader of this organization.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
The big question of the trip before we head out.
I think I know what this is gonna be.
Sending 46 people to Utah for a week.
Yes.
How much is this gonna cost?
It's gonna cost us north of $200,000.
Okay.
A little painful to admit.
Yeah. And so what's the justification for spending $200,000 on this trip?
Because it sounds kind of stupid at first, right? You're like, why rational brain's like, why would you spend that much money and like burn that much money on something? And the driving factor behind all of it is, I think a lot of people really underestimate the power of human connection, which sounds really woo-woo and silly at first, but if you think about what is a successful company or a successful organization, it's a bunch of people, it's dozens or hundreds of people all being super bought into a culture and a mission and wanting to be there, on top of also having really strong relationships with everyone else they work with, because that's how you get the multi-billion-dollar outcome, right? It's like all human creativity plus human buy-in to execute on that really, really great creativity and like those really big dreams. And so that ends up creating an outsized success if we do a good job, especially me as a leader, being hyper intentional about using our time properly. Hi. How we doing? Wave. That's crazy, right? The whole team. Thank you, guys. Gotta be safe for the flight. Yo! I was the very last one off the flight. Sat next to the bathroom. Now we're here.
Oh, there it is. There's my bag.
So slow and anticlimactic. The Toronto team just got here, so the LA team is saying hi to the Toronto team. It's crazy. There's like so many people, because like even just a year ago, it was like a quarter of many people. But it just feels really good to see everyone just going around like giving each other hugs, super excited to see each other, because it just like speaks towards how fun it is to work here. It's like really cool to just see that people like working with each other here. Like I know that sounds really simple and really silly, but yeah, it's just like a core part of our culture that people just like love working with each other, and it's just like all good kind of people. So. All right, so the team is all finally here. We're having dinner right now, and so I'm gonna make a quick little toast to welcome everyone and then kick us off. This isn't gonna make any noise. This is not. Hey guys, now that we're all here, I wanted to make a quick toast. I just wanted to kick us off by saying the last few months, actually, there have been moments where I've just been sitting in the office, like whether we're interviewing you or I'm just getting to hang out with you and just seeing all of the passion and enthusiasm you have, where genuinely there are moments where like, holy shit, like, is this real? Like, am I actually this lucky to get to work with all of you wonderful people? And so I feel really, really lucky in that. I feel super excited for the week ahead. We've got a big week, we've got a big year, and so I'm excited for us to all get super aligned on everything that we're gonna do. But overall, I'm just excited for the week, and please have a great time. And then when it comes to skiing, my only ask is please do not get injured. You are not allowed to ski if you're gonna get injured. But yeah, cheers to a great week, and I'll see you guys all soon.
All right, John, as you take a massive bite of your taco here, tell us a little bit about what this week's gonna look like.
So this week has a structure to it. We have an outline. So to give you a preview of what this week is going to look like, so tomorrow what you're going to see is all of us as a team aligning on our mission and our values, which once again sounds super woo-woo, but is really, really important to driving a successful organization of like, hey guys, this is what we're bought into and this is how we operate within that. Like these are our standards, which are our values, and also like what we look for in awesome people, aka who we hire. So you'll see us go through our mission and our values tomorrow. And then once you set that healthy foundation for a strong culture, you can start to talk about like tactical strategy. And so on Wednesday, the next day, you're actually gonna see me go through all of our finances, like literally top to bottom, like our revenue, our profit, all of our expenses, because transparency is something that's super important for how we run things here at Stan, because that then sets up really good context for each individual organizational leader, like every functional leader at the company, to then present their strategy for the year of how we're gonna hit our 2025 revenue goals. And then the last day, day 3, Vitaly and I are gonna compile all of this into a cohesive strategy and present it to the team before we have a bender of a night. Also, we are in Park City with some of the best snow in the world, so we're gonna ski every morning. We'll try to get sick footage out of that. But in the meantime, I'm starving, so I'm gonna tear into these tacos. All right, it's day 2. Woo! It's okay, that was funny. Wait, okay. Wait, all right, Lo wants to do it again. Never mind, she just got here. All right, it's day 2. So we're gonna drop off the beginners at their ski lesson and then we're gonna go rip. I kind of feel like a parent, like a mom dropping off all their kids at ski school. You guys be safe. Everyone be safe. All right, guys, so you really need to pay attention today because tomorrow we're gonna have you guys race.
Yes! I'm down.
Let's do it.
Here.
Kyle's excited. All right, have fun. Be safe, please. All right, dropped off the kids at school. We're gonna go shred in the meantime. Was it worth the clip? All right, just finished a long day of skiing, but now our actual work day starts. So we're gonna head back now to the hotel, and then I'm gonna prep you guys for our first important strategy session. So I was thinking about what I was saying yesterday about why offsites are so important, and something really crystallized for me today that I wanted to share with you that I think will be really helpful, which is at this scale we're at now at Stan, like we're at $30 million in revenue, there's literally nothing that I personally can do to really impact the needle in the company at the scale we need to go to. Like I could just be on sales calls all day, but that in and of itself isn't gonna take us from 30 million to $100 million plus. And so the way that I can best impact people as the leader of the organization is actually just to influence their decisions and help motivate them. And so I think the actually most mind-blowing realization I've had about this and the meta learning for you guys to take away is best summarized by the term, the universe is mental, where anything that exists in the physical world, like this car, for example, before it existed, first existed in someone's mindset and in their mental state. And so I think effective leaders realize that. Like they realize that their job is to actually create the construct and the mental state in which you're having people excited to build this thing and you build this vision for them. And out of that, so out of these like woo-woo abstract things like going on an offsite, creating cohesion, like hanging out together, like buying into a mission, comes the actual results long-term over time. And so I'm still really early in my learning process of this. And so what you'll see me do throughout the week is try to navigate that live. So this first session that we're about to do is an incredibly important session, which is it's our values session. And the reason why talking through your values is so important is because we've all been at like a company or organization where they have like a bunch of values written on the wall where it's like, oh, honesty. And you're like, okay, like cool, but like no one's actually living those out. But if you're really, really hyper clear and intentional about what your values are, and aka who you are and how you differentiate, it can be a really powerful function to get your team and your organization to buy in and like really, really understand the feeling of what it means to be at your organization. And so what you'll see me do here with the whole team in this whole session, especially for all the new hires who haven't really felt our values yet because they haven't been here long enough, is we'll establish what exactly our values literally mean. Like what does the buzzword of empathy or ownership or data-driven actually literally mean for us here at Stan? And then I'll get the team to volunteer examples of specifically actions or ways that they've manifested that value, and how that's led them to ultimately to have even more business success. And so I'm gonna have the team record this whole session, we'll show the highlights, and then I will make sure to debrief with you afterwards of what I think went well. Hi everyone.
Remember why we did the rain?
Every single person in this room is counting.
You don't get the answer in the being able to effectively
Or someone sending email flows.
all this stuff that we're doing to fit in.
All right, sir. Meeting just wrapped. How do you think it went?
I actually think it went pretty well. Like, I think the feeling of that meeting is really wonderful. Like, just, I wish you guys could be here and like feel the room and the engagement and how everyone's excited to raise their hands and participate and share how they feel about it and their perspective on a certain value. But I think the thing that was most exciting for me to see in all of it was how before, when we would do these conversations or talk about culture, I like really had to drive and lead the conversation myself. And now seeing my early colleagues, like the early teammates and the early Stan employees, really stand up and say like, hey guys, this is a value that really matters to us here at Stan. And you hear clips of folks being like, and I've been thinking a lot about like how we can actually scale this as an organization. Seeing basically our entire company come together and champion that culture and being like, I am a part of this solution. I care enough as an owner to drive that culture forward, and it's not just me like being the CEO talking about values, but instead seeing the team like live these values and be like, guys, this is so important to us, and we're all co-creators in this, and we all have to drive this forward. Like, that feels really special.
It's really sweet. I love that, like, it's been long enough now that there's people here that can just drive that conversation. Like, they get it as deeply as you do. I'm curious, in that, were there any specific answers that just kind of like blew you away or just really like resonated with you?
I really appreciate what Natalia said about like my word is gold when we were talking about our value of ownership.
To me, what ownership means is like, if I say I'm going to do something, like I want that yes, I'm going to handle it to be worth its weight in gold. Like I want that word to be able to be taken to the bank, like it will get done, period. And what I think is so incredible about like the team here is that I feel that way with anybody I'm communicating. It's like whether it's a big thing or like a super small thing, it's like that commitment where like, yes, I will get it to you, or yes, we can work on it, or yes, we can chat about it, or this is how it, like, it's worth its weight in gold.
If you think about a high-performing team, one of the baseline requirements of having a high-performing team is deep trust. Like, you can't have a constructive work environment with a team that's like scoring goals and scoring touchdowns every single second unless you know every single person on that team is also putting in the work like you. Like, they're also showing up to the gym every day. They're also hustling. They're also working hard. They're also exceptionally talented, and you respect them. And so much of our culture, of how we're able to be so high performance based, is because of this ownership culture of like, I know that I'm going to put in the fucking work because my word is gold, and that's really important to my own integrity. And therefore, I know as well, because of our culture, that everyone else that's in the trenches with me as well feels the same way.
I love that. Okay, so with that meeting, that's kind of the end of our first like full day here. Just pulse check. I know the overall goal is to just align the team and make sure it's like, you know, worth this big spend. Yeah. How are you feeling on that so far?
So I'm so glad you asked, because I've actually been thinking about this since yesterday when I was talking to you guys first about like, how do you justify this like really expensive offsite? And I really didn't feel like I gave you guys a super satisfactory answer. But the thing that crystallized for me during this meeting is that one of the reasons why these abstract woo conversations about your values or your mission end up being so important is that the buy-in you create of your culture, of your team, generates outsized outcomes. Because one good idea that comes out of a creative brainstorming, or one 10x or 100x engineer or creator buying into your mission and what you guys want to do, leads to $1 billion outcome. All right, we're kicking off day 3. So we're shooting content together right now, and it's super cute. Like, it's just been amazing. And so what you're gonna see us do here is we're putting together a bunch of videos about just the team and the culture, because we've actually learned that making content around that is actually something that people really want to see. It's also just really fun for us. So we're gonna watch the engineers like awkwardly give each other hugs. So we'll see how they go. All right, beginners. Your time has come. He's a front runner. This is the crowd favorite, Kyle. Learned yesterday. The instructor called him a prodigy the whole time.
Holding it down for the Mile High City. Let's go. Born and raised in the snow. They don't know what's coming.
I'm here with the best skier of last year, Alexa. Alexa had a little bit of a snafu learning how to ski last year.
I'm the best of the worst.
I saw her life flash before my eyes, dude. What's your number one goal for this year?
Obviously to defend my title and continue to be the best of the worst.
Defend your title as best of the worst?
Yes, 100%. No one's coming for me.
All right, racers, how are we feeling?
Amazing. Ready to win.
This is officially for the title of best of the worst. This is fucking hilarious. Like, they're all gonna, I'm so terrified they're all gonna fall. All right, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3! Oh my god, they look ridiculous. Someone's gonna die, dude. Someone's gonna hit me. Someone's gonna hit me. Oh my god, someone's gonna hit me! Ski ejected! Ski ejected!
Who's our winner? I wasn't looking.
That was Kyle by a mile. Let's go! Kyle, bask in the glory. How does it feel?
I wanna say thank you to Alexa for paving the way for us future winners. Shout outs to the Mile High City.
Alexa, in her defeat, how does it feel to win silver?
I don't want to talk about it.
Second best of the worst, leaving for her bunny slope. So we're headed into our finances session right now where I'm going to walk the entire company through all of our financials. And the reason why this session is super important this year is because for the last 2 years, we've been running profitably. But as of this last month, we just started burning cash because we see this massive market opportunity ahead and we really want to grow into that. And so it's super important for me to make sure that the entire team knows that every dollar we spend right now has to count and has to have really, really clear ROI to it. So we'll see how I do. All right, guys. So we just have one goal for this finances session, which is for all of you guys to leave with complete clarity on our finances. And so what we'll do here today is we'll walk through our entire P&L, our entire financial statement. We're all going to put on our investment banker hats and ties. And I'm going to open up Excel, and we're going to walk through our financials for the last year. We went from 0 to $1.8 million in ARR. By 2023, we grew by 7.1x to 14.7. We're at around $28.3 million in ARR. Yeah. You guys are stewards of the capital. You guys are owners in the business. The last thing I'll say that's tactical here is like, just make the best decision for the business. A lot of you guys recently have asked me for like sign off on certain expenses, and I always tell you the same exact thing, which is you're the owner of the business, the one to make the decision. You guys make the decision. So, cool. Thank you guys for your attention. Any questions? All right, so we just finished our finances session, and so now we're going to our strategy session, where every single organizational leader is actually going to go up there and present their plan and their strategy for 2025. And the whole company is basically this pantheon where we're going to deliberate and we're going to push back and we're going to look to sign off on every single strategy. And then right after that session, I actually have a really, really important meeting. So I'm excited to tell you guys about it. Just wrapped the strategy session and I am absolutely beat. But my one takeaway from both today and yesterday, and I was sleeping on this after I was talking to you guys yesterday about what my favorite part of yesterday was just how cool all of the participation is, where if back in the day, like for an offsite, it would just like be just me leading an offsite. But now it's so cool that there's so many different people who care so deeply about Stan, who are being leaders in their own right and growing in their own right and like being successful in their own right. And it's just like, it's a crazy feeling to sit back here and not actually be the one leading, but instead watching the rest of the team step up and lead in these really awesome, beautiful ways. But as awesome as that is, I am not done with my day, even though it's like 8 o'clock at night right now and absolutely beat. But I've got to channel my Kobe LeBron energy right now and pump up because I'm coming full circle on my own creator career, where one of the creators who inspired me to start creating, Ali Abdal, I'm about to get on the phone with him and pitch him on doing a multi-million-dollar partnership with us to help us share Stan with the world. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, John, how are we feeling?
I've got 5 minutes before this meeting. I'm just resting on the floor because I'm so tired.
Is this how you channel that Kobe energy?
Yeah, dude, this is so Kobe energy.
This is exactly, I heard actually, this was his pregame routine.
Yeah, dude. Ice in my veins, dude.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Cool, let's do this. Hey there.
Hello.
Today we're going tubing, and the whole time we're gonna be asking people how we did! Who am I here with?
Hi, I'm Lo.
I'm Eddie.
My name's Elena. Natalie.
Hey, I'm Sean.
My name is Jonathan.
What do you do here at Stan?
I am a creator partnerships manager.
Oh my god!
I make Stan stories. Creator partnerships manager.
I'm a software engineer.
On a scale 1 to 10, how much do you believe in the future success of the company?
100.
20.
I feel very confident.
But that's not a number!
Like 11 out of 10. 1,000%, man.
Describe Stan's culture in one word!
Fun. Sick.
Family. It's fucking awesome.
And what's our 2025 goal?
entrepreneurs! Acquire and serve 200,000 entrepreneurs!
Acquire and serve 200,000 entrepreneurs!
Acquire and serve 200,000 entrepreneurs!
Great job. Thank you so much.
That was awesome.
All right, sir, just wrapped up tubing. How are you feeling now that you've talked to some of the team?
Honestly, I feel pretty great right now. That was actually really fun. Like, I was surprised by how fun it was. But based off of the questions we asked people and how concrete their answers were and how much conviction they had, I actually feel pretty good, especially because this last session we're going into is our final strategy session where we're going to wrap everything together. And then we're going to go out tonight. Thank you guys so much for your presence and also attention and energy. Just to summarize, I actually only had one slide. This is what we've gone over this week, right? Number one, we've established our values, like what's made us special here at Stan. Number two is we've gone through our financials. So we have a really clear picture of where we're at and where we need to go, right? And the urgency of this moment. And then number three, we have a really clear strategy of where we're going from all of that. And so if you think about it, this is a crucible moment for Stan. Like, we know how powerful what we're doing for people is and how it's a net good thing in this world. We know that we have the right culture, the right people, and the right strategy. And we also see the massive multi-billion-dollar opportunity out there. And so you guys can open your eyes here. This is the single slide. This is just to re-anchor us once again in what Vitaly just said. This is our mission, guys. This is how we get to feel. This is what we get to experience. This whole trip has been because of this mission and our service to that mission. And so I just want to say thank you once again for this wonderful week. Let's have a great time tonight. So. Everyone's dead sober for that, just FYI. That's wild. I'm like, what? Quick note. We will look back on this week and say the seeds were planted for truly a banner year for us, guys. When we look back in a year, we're gonna be like, holy shit, we fucking did this. So cheers. I had to come out here for a second. Seeing everyone around in the bar, I had to come outside and just like share a reflection, which was just like looking around and seeing 46 people, like 46 people a part of this organization now, when in just my head still, like Stan is just this like project that I'm working on in my dorm room that I like care so deeply about. Like want to live in this world, and like now getting to see like 46 people who are all fucking incredible and great people. Like now all of us working towards this incredible mission that we know for a fact like can help millions of people out. It's just like such an insane experience. And I think I just want to say thank you guys for being here along the journey and like watching me like literally live this week, trying to figure out how to be the right leader for this organization and try to inspire us, because at this point I have so much confidence and conviction that Stan is going to be like a massively successful outcome for everyone involved. And it's just about execution and me up-leveling and the team up-leveling to the level that we need to be to actually make this a reality, because there are literally millions of people. It might be extreme to say like literally billions of people that we can help out actually achieve their dreams, inspire them to actually believe in themselves and actually go for it and actually build that side hustle or build that full-time thing that they actually are genuinely passionate about. And so with that being said, thank you for being along the journey. I hope that in a few years' time, you're gonna get to look back and say like, I saw that company was just the raw ingredients. It was just like the pure potential. And now that company has fucking made it. So with that being said, I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of this really special time with the team, and I will see you guys next week.